Hello, my name is Linnea from Linnea Loves Music, and today we're going to talk about what do you do if your singing sounds bad. I have 4 different points on how to become a good singer. I would say the very first most important thing to work on when you're singing is to work on tuning. I would say that this is the most important goal to start with, is learning how to sing on tune. And if you already sing on tune, that's great. You are ahead of the game because not everybody starts from a place where they're singing on tune. Now, if you would like some more ideas and tips and tricks on how to be able to sing on tune, I suggest you take a look at my YouTube video, which I will include in the description box. And that brings us to point number 2, is learning breath control. And the reason why breath control is so important is because not only will having good breath control help you to sing more consistently on tune, but it will also help you to be able to sing those really high, powerful notes because you will have the lung capacity in order to do those incredible, beautiful things. But if you don't have lung capacity, if you don't have control, you can't really move on to the other elements of the voice quite yet. Now, in case you're wondering, I do actually have a really great video that goes into breathing in more detail. That will also be linked down below. Point number 3 is really on working on your resonance and tone. Now, these are actually where the concepts become quite exciting because you can really play with the way your voice sounds. When I talk resonance, you might be wondering, what does that exactly mean? Resonance really comes down to where the sound bounces around in your body. So if you have something bouncing around more in your chest cavity, then it's going to have a deeper, richer, thicker sound. If you have it more in your mouth, it's going to sound a little dull. And if you have it more in your nose, it's going to be a little nasal. Having a proper balance between your chest, your mouth, and your head voice, that really helps to create a sound that's well-rounded. Point number 4 comes down to tension. Tension really is so important to release because if the muscles in here or the muscles in your diaphragm, any of the muscles in your body are tense, you are going to be working against yourself because when you think about it, the vocal cords are really tiny. Like in a girl, the vocal cords are about the size of a dime. 10 cents, this tiny little baby thing that controls all the sound in your entire body. And so if you have this tiny little thing trying to control all the sound in your body and everything is pushing and squishing against it, how hard is that little tiny dime-sized thing supposed to work? How? So if you have too much tension, it's not going to be good. Now, I do have a video that I just recently posted that talks about the correct balance of compression and tension, and that is really an important thing. You want to have enough compression, so you want to make sure the vocal cords are touching enough that they are creating sound. So you don't want to have like a little baby tiny little breathy voice that has absolutely no personality and they cannot project. But you also don't want to have so much pressure that everything hurts, it's tense, you blow out your voice, you destroy your voice, you get vocal nodes on your voice, you have to go on vocal rest, maybe have vocal surgery. That's also something that you don't want to have either. So having that correct balance between compression and tension is incredibly essential. So if that is something that you're interested in learning more about, I do have a video that talks about that, and it is in the description box below. So in conclusion, these 4 points are the 4 most essential things to start on learning how to sing. Now, of course, there are many more things, but if you really can master these 4 things, you are light years ahead of everybody else. So just to review, we had number 1, which is singing on tune, which is super important. Number 2 is working on your breathing. Number 3 is working on your resonance so you actually have a pleasant sound, not an annoying sound. And number 4 is working on the correct balance of compression versus tension so that you have a sound that projects but also a sound that doesn't destroy your vocal cords either. So that is a really good place to start. I would actually love to hear from you. It would mean the world to me if you could let me know if this vocal lesson was super helpful, or if you have any other tips or ideas. If you're maybe a vocal coach yourself, or maybe you've been singing for a while and you'd love to put some additional suggestions of things that you think maybe should have made this list, I would love to hear from that. Also, maybe you're interested in learning something that I haven't covered or talked about today. I would love to know that too. So if you could put that in the description box, then I can make sure to make a video specifically about what you would love to learn. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and of course, ring the bell for the notifications so that you actually see this video. And I am really looking forward to sharing with you more piano and vocal lessons for your musical adventure.